Good morning, everybody. Thank you for taking your time off today to attend our webinar. We'll be starting in 5 minutes because there are still few more participants to join. So we'll start at 10:05. Thank you. Hi, good morning to our Sage customers and partners. Thank you for taking your time off your schedule to attend our webinar today. In today's webinar, we will be going through some topics that has been requested by our customers and partners in the past. So mainly we'll be going through on how to set up allowances, setting up overtime, and how to override or change the EPF amount, and also how to inform advance pay if you need to do so. All participants will be placed on mute until end of the session where we will open up for question and answer. We will unmute all participants and you can share your questions with us, or alternatively, if you have any questions, you can type in the question box as well. Okay, the recording of this webinar and presentation slides will be shared with you after this webinar. Without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Leny, which is our Sage Payroll Product Manager, for her to take us through today's webinar. Leny, over to you.
Thank you so much. Well, good morning, everyone. I hope all of you are well. Just to correct a little bit from Ivan, today's topic is more on no pay leave and salary adjustment, not on allowances. So based on the feedback that I received. Okay, good morning. So this session is not talking about releases, not talking about the what are the new features that we have. Rather that we are going to cover a very interesting topic in practical way on the features that some of you have been asking and may need to do it during this pandemic. So it's going to be a very practical session, like giving you the background, show you step by step on how to do it, and also to give you an example, and then using Q&A. So I'm hoping that these sessions that will be beneficial for all of us, all of you out there. Let's see whether we can make this as fruitful as possible. Like as Ivan mentioned, that it's going to be recorded after this session. If you want to refer back again or how to do it, feel free to get the recording and then listen again. Yeah. So let me just quickly to share with you. So the purpose of this Sage Payroll Clinic that we have just started is really to provide you some assistance. First, we're going to explain to you on specific feature and to show you how it's being done step by step, and to invite you participants, if you have an example or question related, can you do this, can you show me this, this is the time you can ask. If you have Sage Payroll with you at the background and then you want to try yourself to see based on this, feel free to do so as well. But we are quite limited in the time because we only have 1 hour. We give it a try first to see whether this is able to cover everything. And finally, for each topic, we can go through a question, but please limit the question related to the topic first, and then we'll save some other question to the end so that we can effectively cover each topic. All right? Okay, let's move on. So the topic that we'll cover today is on the 4 features, which is no pay leave deduction, salary adjustment on the deduction, EPF manual adjustment, and advance pay. Why this topic has been selected? We know that during the MCO, a lot of businesses are struggling. So to survive, they have actually looked into the measure on the cost cutting. So some of these are the one that company has started doing it. And then what we are trying to show you is how to do things the right way in the system using the payroll solutions. So each of the topic will cover around 10 to 15 minutes. So with the 4, hopefully we can cover within 1 hour, and finally with the ending with the Q&A as a general. Okay, let's begin. Okay, first, no pay leave deductions. Through this COVID-19, even the government has recognized that the company has tried to do a cost cutting through one way is using this no pay leave deductions. So if you referring to this no pay leave, it's talking about unpaid leave. That means employee have been asked to go, not to come to office, maybe for a certain number of days, and then those days they don't come to work, they will not get paid. Okay, during this COVID-19, this is one of the common exercise the companies start doing it already. That's why the government recognized that a lot of employees are infected, and then they come up with this ERP pension program, right? If you follow in the previous release, there was a scheme that you can help the employee that goes for the no pay leave to claim. There's a 600 ringgit that you can claim for each employee to get the replacement for this unpaid leave with the condition given. So when this no pay leave is done, is actually it will reduce the salary based on number of working days or can be hours as well. If you refer to the Employment Act, you need to know that what is the rate that you can deduct per day. So under the guideline of Employment Act, it's stated there that the salary divided by 26. So to represent 1 day deductions, we call it ordinary rate. So now in Sage Payroll, how you can do it the correct way? Okay, there is a parameter set up in Sage Payroll where you can actually have this option called deduction method for NPL. Now, if you drop down, there are 3 options there. Rate by working days, rate by fixed days, rate by number of days in a month. So now you can ask a question. If the government stated 26 days, can I use the working days? I remember there was a column for you to enter the working days. You can put 26 days. It'll come out. It's the same questions with same value in the system. So as mentioned, that no pay leave deduction can come in the days or hours. No pay leave days is different from absent days. So no pay leave is you really ask the employee to don't come to work. So the employee is agreed already. That means it's but absent days, although the deduction is also computing similar way, but absent day is that company expect you to come to work, but you never show up. So as a result, company has to deduct your days. So absent days has a negative connotation of the employee performance, but no pay leave is on the agreed between employee and employer. So once you apply the no pay leave in the system, the salary of the employee will be reduced depending on how many days or hours no pay leave you enter the system. Now, if you are entering no pay leave, since the salary will be reduced, therefore it has an impact on EPF and SOCSO. So they mean the amount computed for EPF and SOCSO also will be reduced. And in the reports, if no pay leave, you will be able to see the no pay leave information, how many days is being deducted. And it's very important that you don't actually, when you do this deduction, simply replace the salary, because the ordinary salary should still be there. So also for Sage Payroll, if you are helping the employee to claim for the employee retention program, the benefit of 600 ringgit, you need to use this no pay leave days, because this is the part that the Sage Payroll will use to compute how many days that the employee asked to go for no pay leave days. Remember, there was a condition, you must at least ask the employee to go for at least 30 no pay leave days for employee to get the benefit of 600 ringgit, right? So if you're applying for across few months, then every month you have no pay leave days, maybe like 10 days, 10 days, 10 days. After 3 months, hit 30 days, you can claim. And then this is the figures the system pick it up. Because if you don't put it under no pay leave days, the system wouldn't know, and then will not be able to show you the information. All right. So, okay, having said that, let me get my colleagues, Kami, to show you step by step how to do it, and also look at how the report can be shown to show you where the no pay leave information is coming from. Okay. All right. Kami, let me hand over
Thanks,
to you.
Leny. Okay.
Let's see. Can change presenter. All right, Kami. All right.
Okay, thanks, Leny. Good morning, and Kami here. So today I will show you how to insert the no pay leave in Sage Payroll system. First of all, let me show you that where you can choose the deduction method for the MPL at parameter setup. So okay, you go to pay calculations Here you can see the deduction methods for MPL. There's a 3 option there. For the first one is working days. So this working days is referred into your normal pay, how many days you key in there. Then the second one is a fixed day per month. This will be you can do at the maintenance. Later I will show you. Then the third one is number of days in the month. Okay, this is the first thing you need to take notes that when you calculate for your MPL in the system. Then the second is the basic rate decimal setting. You can either set to 2 decimal point or 3 decimal point for your basic rate. Yep. So now we go to the table maintenance, working hours table. Here you can see that there's a 1 MPL column here. You can see a first table. There's 6 table. The first table is the value here is all by default, but you can change accordingly. But today the example I will show you, I will use the default. So my default for days is 26 days for MPL and 8 hours for the no leave hours. Yeah. So that's it. Then let's come to the example for the no pay leave by days example. So let's say I take my example for employee 2. Okay, if you want to key in for the no pay leave days for the employee, you come to the normal pay. This is the same as the first half payroll, but my example for this is the second half. Okay, you can key in the days here, and for the no pay hours, you can key in under here. This is for the hours. Okay, later I will show you the details calculation breakdowns. So I taking example 2 and the employee example 3. So you can see after I process pay for the example 2, employee 2, you can see the basic rate is 5,800. Then I have the no pay leave for 10 days. Then my basic pay after the deduct the MPL amount, I get the 3,569.23 cents. Okay, this is the breakdown. As you can see, this is the calculation that how we calculate the MPL in system by using 26 working days. At the final, you will get this 3,569.23 cents. This is for the MPL by days. For the no pay hours, you can see once you enter the no pay hours after you process pay, you can see the value will be stored here. This is the basic rate. This is the basic pay after deduct by the no pay hours. For the breakdown, okay, this is the calculation, the breakdown calculation for the 10 hours, because I put 10 hours, 10 hours of no pay hours. Yeah, 3,617.30 cents. So here you can see this one. Yeah, this is the basic pay for that employee. Yep, and you can, when you print the pay slip, let's say I go to the pay slip. Inside the pay slip, you can see that no pay leave will put under the attendance summary here, and for the no pay hour, it will also appear under the attendance summary as no pay. Yeah, this is the pay slip part. So if you want to view the leave report on that month, you can do so. Go to second half payroll, management reports, go to leave reports. can see that for the no pay leave days, it will show for the employee to 10 days. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I think that's all from my side. Pass over to you, Leny.
Okay, thank you so much. So you can see actually it's not that difficult. Let me go through some of the questions first related to the no pay leave. I saw a couple of questions already. There's one asking about if working days is 22 days, just key in 22 days in the no pay leave tables. Yeah, the working days, then you can replace the default 26 to 22. Now, I have mentioned that working days could be maybe a common practice, but if you look at the Employment Act, it uses 26 days as a reference. The difference, of course, on the amount. So, for example, a person earning 2006, if using 26 days as the total number of days in the month, that means one day is 2006 divided by 26 become 100 ringgit. But if you change to 22 days, it came out to be 118 ringgit deduction per day. It is good for overtime if you want, that means the employee get more. But now for deduction, then employee get deducted more. Was it right or wrong? I think if this has been a common practice that you have has been acceptable, that's fine. But if not sure, you can actually refer back to the Employment Act to see whether is it better for you to use 26 or can refer back to 22 days. Huh? But the system do allow to set either way. Yeah. All right. Okay. The next question is related to the. How about the reduction of salary rather than no pay leave? Okay. So if you want to choose that, that means totally when you do a report, you have no idea this person is asking for no pay leave. Well, at the end of the result, of course, the employee will also get the reduced salary. I earned 2006. Now I've been asked to go for 1 day no pay leave. So I got deducted $100, become 2005. Now in your reports, you will see everything 2005 as if it's their salary. The end of the result, payment, everything no different. But if you then need to find out of reports, hey, actually this month, last month, what is the no pay leave that the employee will ask you? You cannot do that. So it's up to you. But I would recommend you to put under the no pay leave for your internal information so that you could know that actually in 1 month how many no pay leave this employee have been asking to go for for absence to go for no pay leave. The other one also that if you go for no pay leave, are you saying that next month you'll be asking for the same no pay leave? So if you are using the reduction salary, then next month you have to restore back the salary to the original one. So there's quite a few work that you need to do. So if you use no pay leave, next month it will go back to the original. Then you can key in again another no pay leave days depending on the your decision in the company. Okay, I hope this clarified. So I recommend to use no pay leave, but if you want to reduce salary, the impact, the computation of EPF so is still the same, but it's just that you don't have the information on the no pay leave. As the Employment Act on no pay leave should be calculated by number of days in a month. Okay, as the Employment Act, number of days in a month, why set it to 26 days? Okay, I think what we take from the Employment Act is there's a column under called ordinary rate of pay, which is the uses 26. It could be used for overtime, but if you asking for the actual number of days in a month, that means you can set it because by default we just put it 26 days as a easy reference only. Our unpaid leave calculation is based on month. Let's say May 2 days, June 2 days. How to calculate in the Sage Payroll? Yeah. Okay. So the same thing. If you are using unpaid leave days, no pay leave days. So the same thing just now. You can follow the same step. Every month you can indicate the 2 days to deduct the person's salary. So the system will actually compute these 2 days based on the formula you have selected. So if you are using based on month, remember the just not in the parameter setup, there's a drop down option for you to choose whether you are basing on fixed days, working days, or number of days. So you select which one actually that suitable for you. Can we see a report on no pay hours? Okay. Just now I think there's a report showing. Let me see whether we can show it again. All right. Okay, during
Okay.
COVID-19, can we reduce the salary? Say, okay, yes. So this reduction salary, you hold on to it. It will be topic number 2. We cover this later on. Can we choose number of days in a month for no pay leave? If deductions is 10 days, how to deduct in June? Okay. So yes, number of days in the months is per month. So just now the example showing by Kami that you can enter different days for different month. Okay. Maybe for this Kami, we just do a one quick demo again on where they can key in number of days. And, can I put the total date per month in May 31 days, June 30 days instead of 26 days? It means you want to deduct based on the number of days. I think there's a setting under the selections, right? MCO days, where to key in this unpaid leave. Okay, so again, maybe in every month, show the column where you can key in a number of days. Right. Okay. He got 4 days no pay leave will effect on his June payroll. Okay. My company used number of days set up per number months, example 31. Okay, same question. Okay. So our no pay leave encashment based on 31 or 31 days. Okay, so there's 2 common questions asked here. One is asking how to set up the deduction based on not on 26 days, rather by actual calendar days. And the other one is where to key in the no pay leave days in the payroll. And then the other one is how to show the report. Okay. So Kami, do you think I can ask you to just to quickly show again the parameter, and also the other one is the where to key in the number of days? Is it okay?
The absent day I can show now, but for the number of days for that month, maybe I can show later.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I need to process the pay so they can see the.
Yeah. Okay. Show quickly, so we probably want second topic.
Okay, where to key in the absent days? You can see here at the normal pay here, the AB. AB stand for absent days. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
but
can
for
key
no
in
pay leave days, it's the one that the column above it.
Yeah, this is for the no pay leave
Yeah, this is for days. So this is
days.
for example, March. So if you want to deduct for, let's say, June, make sure that you are in the June payroll, and then after you key in the number of days, and then right below no pay hours. This is for to deduct in terms of hours, not days.
Yep.
Okay. You close this one. Can you just show them the parameter again? Just now the 3 options that are available under the setup.
Okay. Here is the 3 options.
Okay, just now there's a lot of people asking number of days in the months. So this is the one that I think referring to the calendar month, right?
Yes.
So those
Maybe
that
I will show later if time allows.
30 days or 31 days, then you have to choose these options.
Yep. Because this will be another type of calculation already, which I didn't prepare for this.
Okay, all right. One more is the reports. They want to see, just now you have shown already. Maybe show one more time is the report to show the leave information.
The leave information you can find at management reports. Yeah, you can see all the MPLs absence. Yeah, at here, at this report.
Okay, right. We'll need to move on first to another topic. Later on at the end, we'll go through again those that question that related to no pay leave, so that after we cover all the topic, is it okay? So there's quite other interesting topic that we'll cover. So that is about no pay leave. Right, I'll move on first, yeah. Okay. So this is one of the common cost cutting that company are doing now. So if you need to exercise this, so exercise with caution, and also do this no pay leave setup that we have shown to you. All right, let's move on. Now the second one is talking about the salary adjustment, but it's a reductions. Right. So again, company facing a lot of economic difficulty during this COVID-19. So there's three common cost-cutting measure that company is doing now. Either retrench to let go the staff, or do the no pay leave just now we mentioned, or the next one is a salary cut. That means the reduction of the salary. Now, the difference is that if you're asking for no pay leave, that means you're asking the employee not to come to work. So that's why they got to pay. But salary cut, you expect the employee still come to work, but the salary has been reduced, right? Now, this salary cut can be a temporary or permanent, depending on when the company make the decision on this exercise. Now, for salary adjustment, slightly different from no pay leave. No pay leave, government has recognized that it is important for survival of business, survival of the company. So it does have, that's why the government actually also promote this ERP to compensate. But for salary adjustment or salary cut, you also need to take note about this Employment Act about what is the lawful deductions from the wages. So I think before you do make any salary adjustment or cut, it may be good to find out more on how much you can actually exercise this cut, whether it is something that you have to get approval. So we actually don't say that, oh, simply cut the employee's salary, but do exercise to be the cautious measure. And then I don't know whether you need to get approval, but what we are trying to show you in Sage Payroll that when come to that situation that the company no choice need to do this exercise, how to do a salary cut in the Sage Payroll. This is the session that we're going to show you how to. All right. So this salary adjustment, they mean there are two methods that you can do it. First method is using a negative increment. So in the personal and maintenance file, you have basic rate, and then there's a column called increment. So typically the column is meant for you to put increment, but if you need to reduce, this column can be used to enter as a negative amount. So instead of positive represent the increment, you can put negative amount. Now, maybe similar to the question, there's one gentleman asking that, can we just replace the basic rate to a new salary? So 4,006 become 4,000. Yes, you could, but again, you may lose the original salary, especially if you intend, for example, to do a temporary salary cut, then you want to restore back. Okay, that's one way. Also, for you to have that information in the system that when these things are exercised, you can see it is something that you could consider on using this method, but nothing stop you to change the figures. So Sage Payroll is so flexible. You could just simply change the figures. But if you want to do it in the right way, so at least you can have the information before and after, then you can refer back. Because if you just replace ID, you do not have the salary before that already. If you say, hey, what's the salary before cut? Then you don't have the information. The good thing about this method using negative increments, you have the information about the salary cut, but the payslip that the employee get, it will show the total basic salary after the adjustment. So you don't show the two lines. Then the report has the ability for you to show the basic rate, which is the original, and then the basic pay under the payroll details. You can see the breakdown. And you can apply this reduction is permanent. Just put one time, it's sitting there. They mean every month the payroll will just process based on the latest information you have keyed in within. That's one method. The second method is using salary deduction formula. What it means is that it will be split up. You don't touch the basic rate, but it will split up as a separate field under deduction. No change on the original salary, your basic rate. But once the salary is restored, you simply remove the deduction formula, then you go back to the original one. Okay, and the report will show a separate column. The payslip also will show a separate column. There's a deduction column to reflect this deduction of salary. This could be ideal for a temporary cut, maybe 3 to 6 months. After that, you just simply remove the deduction. So the other method, you could also do that. I mean, once you have the restoration of salary, you can remove it or leave it there if it is permanent. Yeah. Okay. So having said that, let me get the Kami to give you step by step, show you the demo on how you can do it. All right. Let me change this. Okay, Kami, over to you.
Okay. Now I will show you how to do your salary deduction by maintenance at a deduction table. Okay. At deduction table, I set one of my deduction. I use this formula. This is the formula I use to cut the basic pay by 10% for the employee that I want. Okay, this is one of the method. Okay, so let's say I will show you the example, one of the example that employee pay twice a month, and also another example that employee that pay once a month to cut to use the deduction formula in their pay. Okay, so the first example I will show is the example that pay twice a month. So take that example for the employee 6, I pay twice a month. The employee, the basic rate for the month is 5,000, but I want to cut 10% at the first half, then 10% at the second half. So I use that formula, then I applied it to this employee. And you can see that the first half for this employee is the salary deduction is 250 because the first half for this employee salary is 2,500. So you can get the EPF amount according to after you deduct the 2,500. Okay, this is the EPF amount. Then at the second half for the same employee, I deduct another 250 as well. And actually it do not affect my the EPF amount. I mean what I mean is that after it deduct, take as example 250 plus 250 is 500. So after you use the 4,500 to times 11%, then you can get the correct, you can get the correct EPF amount. Yeah, this is one of the example for if the employee pay twice a month. If the employee that pay once a month, but I use that deduction formula, I'll go to employee, this is employee 1. The deduction formula 10% from the whole month, 4,200. So the 10% will be 420. You do not need to key in the amount because it will be calculated at the deduction formula. All you need to do is you put the amount as 1 to activate the formula that you put at the deduction table there. Then you process pay, then you can get the amount as 10% from the employee salary. So this is one of the way by using formula. So let's say you want to do the salary deduction as a permanent for that employee, you can do so by using the increment amount here actually. Okay, I will show you. Take the example, this employee has 3,900. I want to deduct like 300 salary for this employee. I put you can put the date. For example, I put this date and you save. Then you go to generate basic rate increment. You need to update the basic rate into the patron. So you update the increment. Once you click done update, then for this employee, the pay you can see here, after it deduct, you can see the basic rate become 3,600. Of course, when you process the pay, you have to, this is previous, right? You need to delete the pay first, then you will go back to the basic rate 3,600. It will update. So you make sure you clear the amount first. You zeroize, make sure there's no any amount, so it will not have data duplicate. Then you reprocess again using the 3,600. Process. And you can see the system will calculate using 3,600, the latest basic rate, to calculate the pay. Yeah, this is one of the way that if you want to use the increment date, column, but this one, to be mind that this one will be permanent because it will update to your patron database. Yeah, this is a permanent, and this for this deduction formula, it will be by month. If you and specific which employee that you want to apply, this is one of the formula. You can, of course, you can amend the formula by maybe 20%, 30%, is up to you how you want to calculate. Yeah. Okay, that's all from my side. Pass over to you, Leny.
Thank you so much. Okay, hope is clear enough. Let me go through the questions now that you may have relating to the salary reductions. Okay. Okay, Kami, I saw a few questions asking to show no pay leave by hours. Do you have any report to show no pay leave by hours?
The no pay leave by hours, I think it will show in the pay slip only. For the reporting side, I don't think it has for the hours. We have only for the no pay days, leave days report.
Okay, let me go through first. All right, okay. Someone requests for salary deductions formula, please. Oh, okay, the one you have created. Okay, I think we can do it. Okay, you can see on the screen, or okay, I'll pass it to Ivan maybe to share this one later on. You can add into the formula.
You will send via email for the formula.
All right. Okay, we'll send by emails.
Yeah.
Okay, can we reduce salary of this MCO by percentage? Yes, if you're using this method, you can indicate like 10 just now, Kami showing mean 10%, like 5%. So this is by formula. But if you choose other method, the one that using the increment, you put as a lump sum. That means you have to compute first, let's say 10%, then you have to put in the amount. Yeah. Will the slide share? Yes, we'll be sharing the slide with you and also the recording. All right, next question. All right, it is very hard to check data entry for no pay leave by hours deducted when you have request. Okay, noted, Karen. I think I understand that a lot of company having this requirement. So let me see what we can do after this. All right. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me do run through anymore. All right, that's it. All right. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, okay, we have 2 more topics to cover. Don't worry, at the end I will go through one more round, the Q&A. Now the next topic is on the EPF adjustment. This is also something that we received as a request. Okay, as you know, EPF is the statutory compliance matter, right? And so in fact, the computation is very fixed and provided by EPF board. So for our angle that we have created Sage Payroll built in with the formula given by the EPF board. So we don't advise anyone to change, so that you don't want to get the computation unless there's a valid reason. We understand sometimes for some reason that you want to change, then how you can change in the system. The rule from the EPF board is very simple. I give you the formula, this is the amount. But if you choose to pay more, like voluntary, you are by all means you can actually do so. But at least the minimum you have to comply with the formulas. So if there's a valid reason and things that we can show you step by step. However, if their case, for example, you say, if I want to adjust my mid-month, no EPF, but to be paid in end month, or this situation, no need to worry, because system do provide you the option for you to set mid-month to no EPF and end month. So this one, you don't have to, every month have to do this kind of adjustment. So this kind of setting is already available. Okay, these options that to do manual adjustment, we call it fixed rate option. So that means we compute for you the EPF, and then you enter into the fixed rate screen, say that I want to fix E for EPF. Then you change the figures. But be careful, the moment you change, that means you override the system computation. You choose to compute, maybe this is the amount that you want to submit to the EPF board. But once you change to E, it's locked. That means this is the figure that you want. If you add in a new allowances or something that's subject to EPF, system actually will not longer to modify, because you fix this amount already. So you must have a good reason, and then or do it in the final when everything's settled already. You say, oh, okay, this is the figures. And also these options is available when you process a bonus processing or the fixed commission. So maybe good examples that, oh, for bonus, I want to fix the EPF deduction for this so that it can balance to the end of the month. You can do so also, because if not, system will just prorate accordingly. This is the bonus, this is the EPF, then end of month to compute the balance amount. System, good thing is system will balance at the end of the month. But after balancing end of the month, when you run, and then you decide that I want also to change the end of the month, you can still do so. But again, be careful when you make the changes. Make sure that there's a valid reason that you made the change. You don't want to get a penalty for wrong submissions. Okay, so with that, I get Kami first to show you step by step on how you can make the EPF changes.
Okay. Okay. For the set fixed amount for the EPF, you can find it at first half payroll, second half payroll, bonus, and also for the fixed commission. Yeah, I mean the fixed amount, EPF, SOCSO, EIS, PCB amount. So now I will show you one of the example if the employee pay twice a month, but I put the fixed amount at the first half. Okay, this means let's come to first half. I will show you using example employee 7. Okay, this is the example that for the employee who pay twice a month, but I put the fixed amount at the first half. You can see here I put the basic rate for this employee is 5,000, but I put the fixed amount for employee and employer for this employee, and I put an E here. Okay, you can see the description there. Yeah, O for overtime, E for EPF, S for SOCSO. So you can actually put the rate the variable here to mean that the employee EPF employee and employer is fixed amount. You need to put the E here in order to calculate in the payroll. If you didn't put here, then after you process pay, the system will just overwrite the amount with without the fix and according to the basic rate. Okay, so this is the example. Then I save, then I process pay for the first half. Then you can see for the employee. Okay, you can see here for the employee, it will use the fixed amount to be calculated into the first half. Okay, let's come to second half. I didn't put any fixed amount. So the second half for this, after I process pay for this employee, actually it will use the 5,000 to deduct out whatever you already fixed amount at the first half. Then you will get for the second half, you will get this amount. This is the from the 5,000 employee and employer. We will still calculate by 5,000 because second half you didn't put any fix. So we will use the balances to deduct out for the from the first half, then we'll get for the second half. Yeah, this is how the system works for the fixed amount. Of course, if you put the fixed amount for this employee and the second half, then we will just use the fixed amount to put as your second half. Yeah, we won't use the total to deduct out because both you're using is a fixed. This is how it works. Let's say another example is that I do not want to calculate for EPF for the first half for that particular employee. You actually can set up at setting here. Let me show you one of the example. Okay. For this employee 8, I pay twice a month. Then I do not want to calculate EPF for the first half. So you put a no here. It's the same goes to SOXO, PCB, and EIS. Okay, so I put a no here, then I save. So when you come to the first half after you process pay for this employee 8, you won't see any figure will be calculated for the EPS at first half for this employee. Then the EPF amount will be calculated at the second half for this employee. Yeah. The EPF employee and employer amount will be calculated and shown at the second half payroll as a lump sum 5,000. Yeah. Okay, that's all from my side. Pass over to you, Leny.
Okay, thank you so much, Kami. It's not that complicated, but just have to know where to set. Okay, now let me quickly go through a question related to the EPF first. Okay, there's a question asking about, did the employee volunteer to pay more? We have more than 5 types of EPF percent option to choose by staff.
Is this regarding of the employee EPF employee table? Yeah. I think in our Sage Payroll, this is our default actually. Yeah. We only up to 5 table for whatever they choose. Then the 6th table is for the foreign, I think.
Okay, I think this is a request whether we can have more than 5 tables.
It will become a system enhancement.
I think currently, yeah, we how many tables? We have 6, 6 tables now, right? Yeah, yes. Usually we only have 6 tables now. So you cannot have variations of like a different rate completely. Maybe you can group them. This one 11%, this is 7%. So if you won't have voluntary beyond, but we cannot have flexibility to see that everybody got different rate. So you can categorize. So we have only got 6 tables. You from these 6 tables you can use a combinations to support all the employee at the moment. Yeah. Okay. Next question is my company commission always with, okay, means 88% commission plus 12% employer equal to 100% commission. Is there to set up for this? I will cover this later on. I'm not really sure I fully understand these questions. Okay. Does the UBS system auto pick up 0% for age 60?
No, it's still according to your government, the EPF table. Yeah, you need to set
that means you assign the employee. Unfortunately, there's no auto. So if you know a person moving to another age bracket, so you have to assign to another table for them, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, customer request to set 7 types of EPF deduction, but currently UBS is only got 6 table. 7s are, well, we only have 6 now. Let me pick up all this feedback first to see whether how easy for us to enhance this.
Yep.
Okay, can I get a video record? Yes, okay, yes, it will be sent to you. Okay, the next question is that how to set up special incentive conduct tax deduction. I'll hold this to the end after this covering all the topics. Okay, is there a report to show a list of employee EPF rate? Do we have the report coming?
Employee EPF rate?
Yeah, like for example, or EPF or tables. I mean, this employee table 1, this employee table 2. Currently, you can see under the employee pay, file maintenance screen, right?
Let me try to search around first. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay. So thank you, Camille. Let's move on first. We'll go through the last topic before we go back again to, yeah. All right. Thank you so much. There's a lot of interesting question being asked, but I need to cover one more topic before we go back to the question again. All right. Okay. The next last topic, which is on the advanced pay. All right. What's this? Okay, advance pay is referring to a partial payment to the employee before the payroll released to the employee first, right? So at the end, when the payroll is processing, I will pay the remaining. So it different from mid-month, end month, where you regularly pay the employees. Then end month you pay the employees. This could be one-off, maybe due to certain reason the company decided, okay, I release partial the payment. Maybe a good example happened to be last month, the Hari Raya falls on the 20-something. So it's not really a good example. Sometimes if the Hari Raya beginning of the month, so you do not want to bring forward all your payroll to the beginning of the month, but you could actually decide to release some advance pay to the staff so that end of the month you get the balance. So that one way to do it. So to do this in a Sage Payroll, you could then set by employee, then you can choose the advance pay. Is it by percentage or by days? So by percentage days, it will compute the amount for you. Then after you know the amount, you can also change the amount so that it will make it flexible. Because sometimes you say, oh, after put percentage come out to be like 170 point something, I just run it to $200 here. You can do that. Yeah. Option to clear by end of the month. That means you can set one time, then you can option say that, hey, this is one time only. Next month, I want it to be clear back to the normal. This you can do so. But if you don't clear, they mean every month you have an advance pay given to the person. And this advance pay, you can issue an advance pay slip. You can do a listing. You can do bank file also submission to the bank to pay the advance. And when it comes to end month pay, and then it will reflect as a separate deduction called advance so that the employee know why the salary they earns lesser because there's advance given earlier. And in the report, the company reports, the good thing is that there's a column to show you the what's the advance given, but what is the total payable the company has given to the employee. You see, although you give advance, but to a company, I'm giving you a total pay for the whole month. So if you are earning 2,006 ringgit, I give you advance $600. the end month you only get 2,000 ringgit, but to a company, I'm paying you total 2,006 for the whole month. So I need that report to be shown as well. Okay, so let's do the advanced pay demo now. Okay, let me change the presenter. Okay, coming over to you.
Okay. Okay, for just now the question to show the EPF rate or table for the particular employee, right? I can see that you can see the reports under the individual records. Then when you preview, then you can see the EPF table, which table they are using for that employee.
Oh.
Yeah, and also the social table. Yeah, under this report.
So it's
the
under
individual records. Yeah.
Personal reports, individual records. Huh? Okay, thank you.
Okay. So let's come to the advanced. Advanced in the system, actually you can, there's a few settings that you need to take notes that for the advanced. Okay. The first one is the clear advance on month end. Meaning say that if you take on these options, whenever you do the month end, I mean, take the example, you February have the advance for this employee. If you take on this option, once you process the month end, it will clear up the advance amount for that employee. If you do not wish to do so, like for this employee, every month also got the advance amount for that employee, you can untick this one. So when you do the month end, the advance amount will bring over to the next month. Yeah. So the next one will be the delete advance in transaction. If you tick on this option, meaning that once you delete your normal pay, the advance amount will be deleted as well. If you do not tick on this option, for example, you delete normal pay for that employee, but the advance amount will still be stored for that employee at the advance table. Yeah, this is the differences between the clear advance on month end and also delete advance in transaction. And another things that you need to take note is that here advance determinations, meaning that this is a number of days that do not generate advance for the employee who joined this month and after this day. Yeah, this is one of the parameters set up when you calculate using advance by category. Later I will show you the advanced type that you can use in the system to calculate for the employee. Yeah, let's come this example. I will use the second half payroll. That means pay once a month. Okay, you can find the advanced selection here under the advanced. Then you can add and modify. You can. The first one is advanced to individuals. That means you key in by amount. Any amount for this one for the employee. Okay, then the second ones is that you can key in by using days. It will calculate from your basic rate, then using how many days advance you want to give to this employee, it will automatically calculate. For example, this I want to give this employee for only 10 days advance from the basic rate. This is the amount the system will calculate for 10 days at once. Okay, this is the day by days. Then the third one will be by percentage. The percentage. This is the percentage. Yeah, I put, take example, if I put like, okay, I want to give 10% advance for this employee, then system will auto calculate the 10% from their basic rate. Then you can click save. Another one will be, another advanced option will be the one partial. Okay, you need to, this is for the record of, you need to key in the date, which date, for how many amount of the advance for this employee. Yeah. Then after you done key in, then you need to update the partial into the payroll. Yeah, this is a step you need to do. Then the last one is the advance to category or clear all the advance. Yeah, this is either you want to apply the advance to the category that you choose. I didn't set any category. You can choose maybe the employee from the category A. You want to apply the advance for all the employee there. You can use this shortcut to do it. Yeah. Take note that no advance to employee who employed after 5th of the month. The 5th of the month is set at the parameter of the housekeeping maintenance there. Just now I show you the advance determination. This is, take example, maybe you got the employee who employed after 5th of the month in this category. So meaning say that when you process for this category, the employee that joined after these particular days, it will not calculate the advance for the employee. Yeah. Then employee resigned this month and also the pay setter as non-active. This will be excluded from the calculation if you apply this category calculation. Yeah. You can either put fixed amount or you can put either percentage. Yeah. So let's come to the bill pay slip. Once you apply the advance for the employee, the advance amount will be treated as part of the deduction for that pay. Yeah. So here you can see just now I done the setup 700 advance. See here, it will apply into their pay, and also you can see the advance pay slip at here. Print pay slip and one pay slip. This is a pay slip for the advance for that employee. Then of course, when after you've done month end, you want to see back the reporting, then you can go to 12-month report. The 12 months pay listing hash. Okay, you can see that for that employee at month February, she has a advance 1,100, and you can see the net is this amount, but the total is we didn't deduct out the advance amount. Yeah, you can see the differences. Yeah. Okay, that's all from my side. Pass over to you, Leny.
Well, thank you so much. Okay, with this we cover 4 topics. Talking about no pay leave, salary adjustment, focusing on reduction, and then the EPF manual adjustment, and also advance. I'm going to go through all the questions remaining as much as possible before we end. If those questions that we cannot answer over here, I will actually forward it to the help desk. All right, let me questions quickly. Let me see. You have a question for daily wages worker who work less than 26 days. How to calculate daily wages? That means your salary in the system you put on daily, right? So every month they work number of days. So you want to indicate how many working days in the system. Okay, Kami, for daily wage, do you have to enter number of working days every month in the system? Hello, Kami, are you there?
Hello. Sorry, come again.
Okay, for daily wage, the person working on they got daily pay. So for daily pay, every month, you have to indicate number of days they work in a month, right? Or the system pick up the working days as well.
Okay, I think system will pick up from the working days, but let me find the confirmation answer for this one first.
Okay, all right. Next question is that, can I use leave maintenance to put NPL? Then the system will calculate the NPL. Leave maintenance, that means using the leave system, right?
Leave maintenance.
The no pay leave that we have in payroll, are we able to connect with the leave, or actually is separate?
You mean, I think this one. Yeah, you can.
Okay. All right. If they key in,
yes, it will. As long you done the, as long you update leave into payroll, it will calculate.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to click on this one. You need to update.
You have to click. Okay, you use the leave maintenance, but you have to update this first before you process the payroll, or you can.
Yeah. You need to update this first, then you process pay. Then only system will calculate.
Okay. The next question is that, does Sage has an online help for each topic, so we can serve and get help in the olden days? There are manuals for UBS in the bookstore. Okay, I'll bring this up to the person in charge to find out this. Okay, all right. Okay, if the second half booking days is set to 13 days, this one is it continue from? This is partial. I cannot retrieve the previous one. All right, let me move on first. Okay. My company using number of days set up per number of the month. Yeah, 31. So we have shown you the setup. So I need to change every month. No need. Remember in the computation, there's a method for no pay leave days. So you don't use the working days, you don't use the fixed days, then you have to use the number of days in a month. So by this way, system will pick up the calendar days. Yeah. Okay. I hope this clarify. Okay. Last couple of questions. How to set up special incentive? How to set up special incentive conduct tax deduction? Let me try to understand how to set up special incentive conduct tax deduction. You mean to add in? Well, incentive is if you're giving the incentive to the employee, it's just like allowances, right? So in the allowance table, you can put in the allowance called special incentive. Yeah, you can just set up. Now, when you set up this incentive, you are providing the options for you to indicate whether this is a track over time or not, is whether it's a track tax or not. This is the important portion. So if you want this to be subject to tax computation, you tick. If not, you untick. Okay. Hope this answered the question. All right, and then last. Okay. Okay. There's one question for ECAP. Only employee will be paid. For the employer, there's a deferment, correct? How to generate the report to upload for the payment? Kindly advise. Okay, actually we have shown this in the session last week when we focused very much on ECAP. But for these purposes, maybe just quickly show you maybe Kami, can you show the options that when you generate the EPF? So what we have done is that when you generate the EPF submissions, now in the latest release, there's an option for you to select whether you are generating for employee only, for the employer. This is the portion. Just take note. So if you are submitting for employee only, then you click on this, a file be created. Now remember, if you do a deferment, you need to generate 2 files together in 1 month, separate them in a different file name, so that when you come to deferment time, you can submit. Because as you move on to the next payroll, you are going to the next month, you cannot go back to the previous month anymore unless you restore the database. So the option now allow you to generate 2 different files. So if you generate employee only, you can submit first, then you keep the employer portion until the deferment time. Okay, all right. Okay, we have an increment in April, but I updated manually. Okay, that's fine. Now in May, we have 20% salary reduction. So I did manual calculation. Then I update the increment amount in a personal file. Does it affect the 20% salary reduction? Okay. So you have updated the salary manually. That's fine. That means your old salary has been replaced. Now you have 20% deduction. So under the increment, you can put a negative amount, 20% here. That's one option. Or just now when Kami show you, you can also put a formula under the deduction to put 20%. If you use that, it will actually compute a formula for you. Over here, the increment amount, you can put a negative, and then you can compute 20% and put in the 20% value. For example, 4,002, you can put a minus 840 to represent 20%.
Yeah, but this one,
Okay.
once you put it and then you update to your pay plan, this will be, after it deduct, it will be the permanent basic rate. So let's say if you do not wish to be permanent, is only like 3 months salary deduction for the employee, I advise you to do the deduction by using the deduction table with the formula maintenance. Because
Yeah,
if you use this one, it will treat one only as your deduction for that month. So when you done month end, your basic rate still follow the 4,200. Yeah, I mean for my example. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, last 2 questions. Can we run personal report in Excel? Personal reports in Excel.
For the personal report, just now I show we didn't have the option for the Excel option. Yeah.
Okay, so you just preview, then you can just do the standard reporting. Yeah. Okay, sorry, we don't have that one.
Yeah.
Okay, regarding no pay leave, when we enter the days of no pay leave, why deduction reflected in the basic salary instead of showing a separate deduction in the payroll listing? Okay, let me read again. Why, when we enter the days no pay leave, why deduction reflect in the basic salary instead of showing as a separate deduction in the payroll listing? Payroll listing, do you understand, Kami? Payroll listing?
Payroll listing. Come again, Leny.
Okay, when we enter the days no pay leave, why the deductions reflect in the basic salary? Oh, I think okay, I think I understand the question. I mean, asking why can't we have a separate deduction line in the payroll details there, So this is the deduction amount. Yes, I think when we do this system at the moment, it's actually, it was add up in the salary to reflect the totals reduced salary. I think, yeah, it would be better to have a separate deduction so that you can see, oh, they deduct 10 days, this is the amount they deducted, and then therefore the net salary, take the original minus the deductions here. Okay, if let's say we have make payments due to half salary using the first half, okay, then another second half, how to combine both, or any suggestion so that we won't see deduction advance salary the first half. Well, if you are deciding to pay as two first half and second half. That means you need to issue a payslip first half that they already get the payment, and then the balance of second half. I don't think we have a combined first half and second half into one combined payslip, right?
No, we do
Yeah.
not have combined payslip.
Yeah. So if you split the payment, they mean you issue a separate payment first for the first half, second half. So as an employee, I will get the half payslip notification, another half payslip notifications. Okay, the next one, did the system alert the maximum advance can give to employee? I think when you choose percentage and the number of days, of course, percentage maximum can be what? Can you up to 100%?
Maximum can key in is 99%.
Okay, for the percentage, huh?
Hmm.
How about number of days?
Days. Let me try. Can, but I don't think it can save. You can key in the days like this. Yeah.
Can you?
Still can save.
Okay. I think we'll check for this to control to see whether we can minimize. By right cannot exceed the total amount. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Ask for send the video. Yes, it will be sent to you the video link. Okay, advance actually won't show at the end of the year summary. Yes, will not show because advance is just to inform that there is a payment giving early release. But in terms of salary, it should combine total salary payout to the employee. Yeah. All right. Just now the individual record for seeing an EPF table is not applicable to HR if you want to see a list of employee.
List of employee.
Yeah, this is this report. They say it's not applicable to HR. Is it access to the report?
This is a report by employee each phase.
Yeah. Okay. This is the report that you can generate and show the EPF tables.
Yeah. If you want the listing like that, I don't think in payroll got that report.
Okay. The next question: how to capture automatically the allowances amount by number of days working? I think this is a similar question. If a no pay leave, it's like a deduction. You want to give the employees allowances, maybe like 5 days. Can we create a formulas that the allowance they can get 5 days every month? Is there a way to do that?
Allowance for 5 days based on
Yeah,
their
for example,
basic rate.
by formulas, yeah.
You can create the formula. Yes, it's possible.
Okay.
But as long you know which the component and variable you use. Yeah.
Okay. There's a question again. Where to key in the MCO days? All right. I keep hearing this MCO days. Okay, by law, I think this MCO days is by asking the person to work from home, right? So if you're able to work from home by right, this is actually is a paid days. I mean, but if you want to deduct the employee salary due to MCO, like consider as the no pay leave, so you could use that no pay leave column is shown. However, if you wanted to indicate as MCO, there's one field, maybe show Kami the no pay leave deduction. There's one blank, they can put a code. Okay, here you can see no pay. There's a blank here. This is where you can put your own code. So you can put MCO. You can enter the code here, right? Then it will appear the one, yeah, MCO. Then you can put number of days. Now, if you do this, that means you are specifying this is for MCO deductions in the system, right? And then the it will separate from no pay leave. But just be be careful with using this. If you are intent to submit for the ERP, like claiming for no pay leave days, so system only recognize this code no pay leave in order to compute number of days, unless you choose to create the file manually. Yeah. Right. Okay, I think almost done already.
Oh, just now regarding one of the question is that the calculation of MPL using number of days in a month. Actually, the system will automatically pick the days according to your payroll month. For example, March is 31 day. 31 days. Yeah.
Yeah. So
then
this is
your MPL will deduct by 31 days.
Good. So this is a lot of, I think, companies seem to be using this one. So yes,
Yep.
if you do not need to change every month, but in fact you select this one, system will automatically like January 31 days, February 28 days, right? So it doesn't have to change every month. Don't use the working days, then go back and change every month. Otherwise, it's be a lot of work for you. Yeah. Can we replay this training after the sessions for future? Yes, the email will be given to you for you to for the video so that you can use it for future reference. All right. If the office 5 days, worker 6 days, how to set up the calculation to pay days in two method? Office 5 days, that method is actually applied for the whole database, right? Coming right, the formula just now is applied for whole database.
The formula just now, the deduction formula.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
So if the office 5 days, the worker 6 days, if they wanted to have that, they mean if even they choose the working days, can they assign one employee based on the working days, some employee working for the fixed days, or
the MPL one. Okay.
Yeah.
For this one, I don't think we have that.
How
that
about payday?
is applied to company. Right?
Yeah. How about the rate payday? That means 1 day is the formula. Can they have one employee based on 5 days, one employee based on 6 days? No.
No.
Okay. So this one is only got one method only.
Unless they choose, they set up by working hours table.
Okay.
You get what I mean? If they choose these option, fixed day per month, but some of the employee, take example, some of the employee do not have the same fixed day, so they can do the maintenance under
working
hours table. You can change for the working hours table for 7 days, for 31 days.
Okay. So
like that.
you can actually choose this method. That means it's having a different working days group, yeah.
Yeah. Then come to here, you choose the different working hours table.
Okay. Yeah. So by assigning to different tables, all right.
Then system will calculate according to the amount that you put at the table.
Okay. Well, I think there's quite a lot of questions on allowances. I think whether this could be a good session for the next. We run out of time already. It's 11:30. So I will just scan through a question related to what we covered, sir. Okay, you'd like to clarify further, can no pay leave shown as a separate column deduction in the management report? Yes, just now, if you choose that means if you want to issue a separate column deduction, that means you have to create the deduction formula. Right, I mean, instead of using this no pay leave, right, if you want to choose a separate column, because currently if you use no pay leave, you will actually combine them into one lump sum under the salary. correct? Yeah, Kami, yeah?
Currently in Sage Payroll, this is how it works for the no pay leave days. Yeah,
Yeah.
the calculation.
Yeah.
We do
So
not
if
have
you want
like
a separate
one
column
extra
with
column
deduction,
to show that.
now in the management report, you see just now, if you put no pay leave, it always combined together with the salary. So I think if you want to have separate, I think you can create as a separate deduction for no pay leave. Yeah, all right. Okay, I'm quickly wrap up last few questions. If we show negative increment, next month the basic salary will change to after deduction and it will be permanent. This means the salary will restore, we have to change to basic salary.
If you enter for here, it will be permanent. It will update into your payroll table. If you use a deduction, you still using, I mean, if you use the deduction table here, the formula here is still using your originary basic rate. We do not change that basic rate. We just
Okay.
treat it as one of the deduction on that month. Of course, if you want to perform a permanent salary deduction, you can use here.
Okay, all right. Okay, let me quickly run through the more questions coming. What is LS in the code?
LS is a line shutdown.
Okay, line shutdown. Okay.
Yeah.
Only meant for salary below. Yes, correct. Okay, that's why we produce a report help you to retrieve those people who are earning 4K and below, and also at the same time pick up the no pay leave. So if you want to take advantage of the report, you must fulfill the requirements. Okay. We have special incentive did not contribute to EPF. So when the special incentive plus the basic already over 5K, why the EPF? Okay, this is talking about the question. Let me see first. I think there's a lot of questions not related to the topic that we covered. But maybe what we can do is we just take the question. But if the questions is a lot of this particular topic, they mean there's an interest. Maybe we can organize the topic on this portion. I see allowances also got a lot of people asking about allowance. The other one is on the EA taxation. Okay, I think we need to come to the end already. It's 11:34. We overrun by 30 minutes. What we will do is that those questions asking that related to this, we'll try to answer and then maybe reply to you separately on this one. Yes, my last view is that talking about the survey. So after this, you also receive a survey. And then if you find this session is useful for you to understand the spec of topic and how to do it, and then seek clarification. So do give us a feedback as well. Like I see like allowances could be something, a good topic that for us to have. We may consider to do a run topic on this clinic. And if you have any other things, maybe on the taxation matters or bonus commissions, or so give us a feedback for us to see what are the interest topic that you think that we can help you with during this pandemic to get clarification, maybe reports. I take note some of the feedback. For example, no pay leave hours is not available, and then we see whether we can improve a little bit in the system. Other than that, I think we need to end with. So those questions that you have actually sent, we'll try to reply to you, maybe outside this, and then send to you the information. Okay. All right. With this, I thank you all for staying with us for 1.5 hours. I hope this session is useful, and then keep safe, and then do look out based on your feedback to see our next session on the Sage Payroll Clinic. Okay. Thank you so much. Ivan, I'll pass it over to you.
Okay, thanks, Leny. So thank you everybody for attending our session. As what Leny mentioned, please give us some feedback on this payroll clinic and see what other topics that we can discuss. So please fill out the survey. We will send out the links of the PowerPoint together with the formula and also the video. So if you have any questions, please do reach out to us by email, or you can give us a call at our support line. Okay, with that, I'll end today's webinar session. Thank you everybody for your time. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Stay safe, everyone. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye.